right, we want to go back out to our interview with State Senator Annette Taddeo, who just threw her hat into the ring to run for governor. Take a listen. Senator Taddeo, how will you separate yourself from the other Democrat candidates in this race?
Simple, telling my story and talking about why I'm in this race. And I'm in this race because of the fact that we need a working mom, somebody who has a kid in public school, who has heard from so many parents across the state who are very upset with our current governor and how he's used our kids and all Floridians for political purposes.
Right now, you're making those distinctions between you and Governor Ron DeSantis, but how do you draw clear distinctions and contrast between you and the other Democratic candidates who are also running?
Well, unlike all the candidates, including Ron DeSantis, I'm a small business owner, and to this day, I still meet a payroll every 2 weeks. And we've been through a pretty tough time during this pandemic. And we need someone that actually understands what that is like.
You do have experience, and what have you learned from your previous attempts to run for statewide office, and why do you think this time may be different?
This race is not about Charlie or Nikki or even me. It's about the future of Florida. And that's what the voters will be deciding, and that's what we're definitely going to bring to the table, which is a coalition of voters that is needed to win, not just in August, but in November. Let's remember that we have lost a lot of the Hispanic vote as Democrats in this last election and even the previous one.
Why do you think they were lost to begin with?
Oh, because we never defended ourselves. I did, but a lot of Democrats, and I was one of those loud voices saying, we have a problem. Wake up and smell the café con leche. We have a problem. And I'm sorry that I was right. But, you know, when they've tried those attacks on me, whether it's socialism or communism, I pushed back and I was able to tell my personal story, the story of so many people in our state who know what it's like to have to flee a country due to communism, socialism, or unrest. And that is exactly my story, and that's the story that I'll be telling all Floridians.
Senator, much has already been made about the amount of money being raised in this race, especially Governor DeSantis, who's raised well above $50 million at this point. It's easy to be cynical about money in politics, but they do go hand in hand during campaigns. How important do you think your ability to raise campaign funds will be in this race? And do you see that as an obstacle, being someone who's getting into it after two other candidates already have?
Well, obviously I don't, because I got in, and I know that money is important in politics, but I also know that money is not everything. I have something that I know it's needed, and that is excitement from the ground up, because that is actually something that was missing and that many people were calling me and saying, we need someone that I can be excited about. We need someone that we can believe in. We need a lifelong Democrat who will fight for our values, like I have in Tallahassee for the last 4 years when I was elected and then reelected. In order for us to win, we don't just need the money. Of course, money is important, and I have a plan for that as well. But we also need the excitement and the ground and the workers and the people who will knock on the doors, the people who sometimes have stayed home because we haven't given them a reason to go out and vote.
So what do we not yet know about you, and what will we learn as the 2022 race unfolds?
You will learn about my passion for serving. You will learn about my history. It was told I would never get into college. I did it by waiting tables. I started my own business. And when I was told by party leaders not to run, I persevered in spite of that, ran in that special election, made history, becoming the first Latina Democrat in Florida history, and we will make history again with this election.